All right. Full faith. Full faith. Full faith. Full faith. Full faith wrestling fans. I am longtime independent wrestling fan Robert, and with me is fellow LYWCI Jessica.
Hello.
Freedom was a great way for Full Faith Wrestling to come back. Their first show since February of 2020.
Yes.
And of course, tonight was
My very first Full Faith show.
for herself, her sister, and for Sam, who's not here. Okay, we opened up with a video of Vicky Guerrero and the starving artist Mike Magnum arriving, and they're disrupted by the general manager. I didn't get his name, and I apologize for that. Vicky was going to slap him in the face, but I forgot what he ended up saying. Oh, I forgot Pancakes actually confronted Vicky and Magnum first. But then, eventually, I forgot who that lady was who sang the national anthem. She did a very good job.
She did.
And she didn't even mention her name. What gives?
Yeah.
But we kick off the show with the Gauntlet Match for the Light Heavyweight Championship, as the defending champion Jaden Vallow, sporting SAT colors, as he defended the belt, and instead of having the champion's advantage, he decided he wanted to be in the match, start the match first, and he started off with Elijah Eden. I never saw him before.
Yeah.
Wasn't much there, and Vallow put him down with the move that I remember as the Amityville Horror that ECW alumnus Chris Chetty, who is Taz's cousin,
Yes.
used that for a finisher, and Vallow pinned Elijah Eden with that move. From there, Armando Muerto, who was part of the early years of NYWC before you came along.
Who was?
Armando Muerto.
Never heard of him.
Well, that's why he didn't last long either, as Jaden Vallow also put him down with the Amityville Horror. Next competitor was Sage Chance, who's been teaming with Dickie Rods lately. in
Yes, I remember
NYWC.
he was at the Corporate Fire Department, so I remember he teamed up with Dickie Rods then.
Yeah,
in August.
they were teaming. I think they're still teaming there too. Okay. From there, but Jaden Vallow put down Sage Chance rather quickly. Then Jaden put down Satanta Fury, who we remember is Irish,
Yes.
and then we were really winding down with this. Jaden was like going through these guys like a sickle through wheat. In case you didn't know, a sickle is something that a farmer uses to cut crops.
Yes.
Seemed that way to me. At this point in time, you already went through 4 guys. Then we came to, wait a minute, let's see. Okay, then it was time for one of your boyfriend's favorites. The cause of it all, Joey Conway got in. And Jaden Vallow defeated Joey Conway to keep going in the gauntlet. And then, then it was, I think, Smiley's turn, or was he before Conway?
I'm not sure, I forget.
I forgot to even put it down here, but Jaden Vallow did defeat Smiley, but he made the mistake of taking off his happy mask.
Yeah. Macho Mania.
Yeah, Vallow, Macho Mania again. He put down Smiley, and then it was the final competitor, Colossal Mike Law. That's the brother of referee Stephen Dumaine.
Yes.
He went down courtesy of the Amityville Horror move, and Jaden Vallow survived and retained the gauntlet, retained the Full Faith Wrestling Light Heavyweight Championship.
What's their biggest title in Full Faith Wrestling?
They have a heavyweight title currently held by Matt Stryker, who was not there tonight.
Yeah.
But your thoughts on that light heavyweight gauntlet that opened up the
It was
show?
awesome.
Yeah. However, as the late Lord Alfred Hayes said, Majesty not rest there. As the lights in the NYWC Sportatorium went out, and up on the screen we see the masked Omen, who has vowed to destroy Full Faith Wrestling. He came from underneath the ring, attacked Vallow from behind, and out came Scarecrow as well. And Omen chokeslammed Vallow, and then Scarecrow mounted the top rope and gave Jaden a senton or swanton bomb, and Scarecrow and Omen left the ring together.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, like remember that group, The Fix in the 80s?
Yes.
Or what's the song they're known for?
I forget.
Well, that's what
Something
wrestling...
about you?
No. But the song says, One thing leads to another.
Oh, no,
That's
no,
their
no.
song. I think their only hit, possibly.
Like a one-hit wonder.
Possibly, yeah. But next matchup, we saw singles competition as the Desolate One. Rex Lawless, accompanied the ring by Marty Flames, did battle with the Spasmanian Devil, Andrew Palace.
Yeah.
This was not my first time seeing Andrew Palace work, by the way.
Where has he worked before?
Might have been Five Borough Wrestling, which doesn't exist anymore.
FFW?
Yeah, but they're gone. Prior to the match, Palace got his hands on Rex's workout shorts that he put on, and he wiped himself with them. And he would say they would never be worn again, no matter how many times they got washed. You can take them to the dry cleaners, but more on that later.
Yes.
And the match was on, and very good matchup by these two. They seemed to gel greatly as the match went on. Of course, it started out slow.
The Marty Flames put on like someone he was so skinny.
Yeah.
In the FFW days.
Yeah, he was there, but Rex Lawless eventually puts Andrew Palace down with a lariato. That would make Stan Hansen proud. And Rex, out came the GM of FFW again. They had that contract, and by virtue of Rex's victory, he can get a heavyweight title shot anytime in the next calendar year. And Rex signed the contract. He says, "No, you know what? Forget it. Matt Striker wasn't willing to be here. This belt is mine." He literally took it out of the hands of the GM.
Who was that again?
I didn't get the GM's name.
No, the guy who took the belt.
Rex. He took possession of the belt. He's not officially the champion. Our next matchup was set to determine number one contenders of the Tag Team Championship, as we see one above all, Anthony Gangone and the bearded villain Johnny Malloy, as they did battle with AEW superstar Cesar Bononi and the life changer Joe Ocasio. In case he looked familiar, we knew him as Jack Gallo.
I remember Jack Gallo.
But now he's going by
Is that his real name?
Joe Ocasio, yes. And Ocasio had was it arm or shoulder surgery back on Thursday, but he still announced he was still going to be appearing, and because he made a promise to Cesar Bononi, and the match was on, and Ocasio got tagged in after Bononi took a lot of punishment, and Ocasio got tagged in, and Malloy and Gangone are right there, and all of a sudden Ocasio snapped his fingers, the lights in the sportatorium went out, and out came two men wearing Joe Ocasio Changed My Life shirts, attacking Gangone and Malloy, and I forgot what move was used, but Ocasio and Bononi defeated Gangone and Malloy to become number one contenders to the Tag Team Championship, and the GM of FFW, once again I apologize for not getting his name, he came out and with a contract where they signed it, where they'll get a tag team title match within the next 12 months.
Yeah.
So at that point, they went to intermission, surprisingly to me. And we came back from intermission, and we see a match determine a number one contender to the International Heavyweight Championship, as Marty Flames, accompanied to the ring by the Desolate One, Rex Lawless, did battle with, I guess, your new favorite wrestler.
Who's that?
You were dancing to a song.
Pancakes.
Yeah, not the ones you eat, or basically the Chef Boyardee of professional wrestling. Chef Boyardee were wrestlers.
Oh God. Party.
Oh, we'll get to that. And the match was on. Rex came in the ring. I think Flames was going to use that 1980 style keyboard, but the referee stopped him. But then Rex Lawless hit the ring. He went for a Yakuza kick, but he accidentally hit Flames, and Pancakes pins Marty Flames to become number one contender to the International Championship. But after the match, Rex and Flames attacked Pancakes. Flames had a curb stomp a la Seth Rollins, and Rex and Flames left Pancakes laying.
Yeah. I love dancing to his Bang the Boys. We like to party.
Damn, got no napkins right now either. Just had a botchamania moment on camera. Look at
Gotta
this.
ask for napkins.
No, you weren't here last time. Oh, I thought there was napkins right there. Oh. Just ask at least. Somebody right there. Dang it. Unbelievable. Anything can happen when we're recording. Oh, we'll get to that shortly. Okay, so Pancakes. Thank you there. Damn. Well, at least I'll be taking this off by the time.
Yeah.
I'm not wearing this home anyway. I am
You
wearing
like
it.
some dessert?
Well, I don't know about the rest of them, but I don't think I'm going to want any. Okay, so.
It's really filthy, my utensils.
Right. Okay, next up, we were scheduled to see the Elements, Pyro Pulse and Iceberg Joe defend the tag team championship. They were scheduled to wrestle the Batiri, but I guess the Batiri did not show up because all of a sudden the lights in the sportsroom went out again, and out on the stage from the curtain we see Omen and Scarecrow standing there, but then out comes the crowd, Seth and Michael Cortez, the Audacity. They attacked the Elements from behind, and the match was on. Initially the Audacity had beaten the Elements for the tag team championship, but then the referee noticed Pyro Pulse's leg on the rope. Pause! Yes, pause.
Go. Action.
Okay.
It's recording, yeah.
Alrighty. As we were saying before our food arrived, the Elements had defeated the Audacity, Seth and Michael Cortez, to retain the tag team championship. However, out came Cesar Bononi and life changer Joe Ocasio, and they decided to cash in their tag team title shot right then and there. And life changer Joe Ocasio and Cesar Bononi defeated the Elements, Pyro Pulse, and Iceberg Joe to become the new Full Faith Wrestling Tag Team Champions.
Yes. Awesome.
Well, yeah, but I mean, your thoughts on the Elements in their match with the Audacity?
Oh, it was good. A lot back and forth.
Yes, apparently Omen and Scarecrow had a plan. It didn't work out. I wonder if Omen, Scarecrow, and Audacity, if they're going to be like a faction, they're going to come up with some kind of a name. I mean, because Omen has been
Like
vowing.
collectively, like with Mike.
No, that won't be known as the Hand or anything. No.
I know, but not that. But I'm saying, like in WC, Mike was Shredder and never known as the Hand collectively.
Yeah, I know what that part of the Hand Audacity is. But that was help me out on that. Yeah, Audacity, Omen, and Scarecrow. Maybe they'll have a name in FFW.
Yeah.
All right. Then it was main event time, to my shock, as we saw Sweet Cheeks, not Joe Carson, Joey Silver challenging the starving artist Mike Magnum, who was accompanied to the ring by Vicky Guerrero
Yes.
for the International World Title in a Falls Count Anywhere match. Easy.
Oh yeah.
Watch your finger there. We're still going?
Yeah.
You sure? Counter's still going?
Yes.
All right. Watch your right index finger. Lift it up. Okay, there you go. So we don't mess up here. You know that song.
Yeah, you got the first.
Okay. The match was on, and Silver. I think Magnum brought a kendo stick into play. They used it on each other. Mama Sweet Cheeks was at ringside. She was arguing with Vicky Guerrero a lot. At one point, Mama Sweet Cheeks was holding Magnum wide open for her son to do a number on the starving artist. Eventually, a bag of candy was brought into play.
Yes. We thought it was weapons.
Yeah, we expected thumbtacks, but it turned to be those little candies in individual wrappers.
Yeah.
Not sure what they were. Jolly Ranchers, possibly. And the ending came when Magnum used, I forgot what kind of move that was, he calls it, possibly a Magnum driver, off the second rope, through a table, pinning Sweet Cheeks Joey Silver to retain the International World Championship. And by the way, I forgot to mention, I don't know if I didn't mention earlier, Pancakes beating Marty Flames, he became #1 contender to the international title. And after the match ended, Magnum and Silver shook hands out of respect, and then there was a testimony from Vicky Guerrero, Mike Magnum, and Cesar Bononi, and I was surprised to hear that Cesar had left everything behind in Brazil when he came to America to pursue the American dream.
Yes.
Well, personal notes time. Great seeing Shane, Joe Bernard. Welcome back, Fred, who hadn't been seen in ages. Saw Willie Wise there.
Yes.
I noticed Apollyon and his wife.
Yeah.
Who else did we? Oliver and Chris, Aaron. Who else did we see at this show? Jessica?
Who else did we see?
In the
Josh.
Yeah.
And his brother Noah.
I didn't get to meet his brother.
Yeah.
What else we have? Crapola. Who else we saw in the crowd here? Oh, Patrick from the Boulevard Bullies.
Yes. I bought a Bulldog Bullies t-shirt.
Oh, you
My
want-
Joey Conway
oh,
t-shirt.
you bought that? Oh, bought a Joey Conway shirt?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you bought Joey Silver. He had stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, heck of a show, by the way. By the way, we have some memorable quotes. Wrestling is real! One fan during the Gauntlet matchup. Simmer down, Lottie. The cause of it all, Joey Conway to me during that match. Take a picture, boy. Joey Conway to Sam.
Yeah, he took a picture.
Yeah. You can't count. You can't count. Actually, Sam started that, but the crowd picked it up during the match between Rex Lawless and Andrew Palace. Oh, I forgot to mention those shorts warm-up shorts that Andrew Palace got his hands on and wiped himself with. Rex eventually put them back on when he came out for Marty Flames' match.
Oh, God.
Speaking of Rex, that's immature. Rex Lawless, when Sam started chanting Marty Farty,
Oh, God.
and that eventually caught on with the crowd, by the way.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, well, no return date was announced for the next Full Faith Wrestling event.
Yeah.
But at their next show, I would like to see Mike Magum defend the International World title against Pancakes. I'd like to see Matt Striker defend, even though he doesn't have possession of the belt right now, Matt Striker defend against the Desolate One, Rex Lawless. Excuse me. I'm not sure the new tag team champions, Cesar Bononi and Joe Ocasio, who we can see them against. But based on, well, I guess even though they Magnum ended the show with a prayer, by the way, folks.
Yeah.
But my question to you, Jessica, based on what we saw tonight, your first, not only your first impressions, but will you ever return to Full Faith Wrestling?
Yes, definitely.
All right. Leanne, although you're not on camera, will you ever attend Full Faith Wrestling again?
Yeah.
All righty. And I'm sure Sam will. He enjoyed it as well.
Yeah.
And, oh, wait, we're not done
sorry.
yet. Yes. Okay. Another song that screams 1980s.
Uh-huh.
That's the name of the band.
Take me on.
Take on Me. All right. All apologies to the bearded villain Johnny Malloy, who noticed me before I got into my uncle's car. My uncle picked me up from work to take me to the show. He wanted me to say something about a 5-star match. Johnny, I'm sorry, but I can't remember everything once the show's going to the books. Okay. Oh, another thing is, when they were about to do their testimony, I started a chant which caught on.
What?
That's what we chanted when we started recording.
Full Faith.
Yeah, and the clapping. So, Full Faith Wrestling, you did great. And hope you'll have another show. I don't know if you're going to do one before this year is out, or you're going to wait until 2022. But we'll end this very lightly by saying... okay. Yeah. But we'll end this video by saying, full faith, full faith, full faith, full faith. Full Faith Wrestling lets the wrestling speak. We're done.